Game of Learners 2022. The program was developed to enhance digital and coding skills amongst university students in Africa. Powered by Microsoft's Africa Development Center, Game of Learners is run in the form of a hackathon and engages directly with students across Africa, regardless of their higher learning institution. This season has 40 undergraduate students drawn from Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, and South Africa. The main objective is to establish a fun, hands-on learning experience and to empower participating students to develop positive solutions that impact their communities. Game of Learners, building products that address Africa's pressing challenges. The adrenaline-filled 5-week incubation is over. In this episode, participants are getting ready to pitch. Who is going to come out of this as the Game of Learners Season 3 champion? To kick us off, we have Team Elites.
So as stated in the Business Daily newspaper on Friday, November 12, 2021, consumers of KPLC paid an additional 5.06 billion for the year ended for electricity thefts. So by reducing energy consumption, our problem is catching these individuals who are benefiting from the electricity illegally.
The idea behind iMonitor IoT principle is to connect the current sensor devices to the grid system to capture the current and voltage at 2 points, that is the supply level and the consumer level. We then visualize this data to the Azure Cloud Services for analysis. This concept of cloud computing paves way for this data to travel to enable better workflow for us as developers to store and access it remotely, allowing us to implement the project without delay. But wait, for the best part, the IoT platform integrates the collected data. Further analysis is performed and valuable information is extracted as per the power required. After analysis, the information is turned into actionable knowledge. Considering a margin error constant, if the consumer power reading is more than the supply power readings, a relay system cuts down the electricity as the response to the insight of the household sub-grid system. Since data is being emitted from various points, we need to find how to establish bidirectional communication with this data.
The system can not only be implemented in your homes, but in your business buildings as well. A smart building is a structure built on IoT technology that uses hardware, software, and connectivity. Why smart buildings? This will optimize costs, create preventive measures, enhance health and well-being, and reduce environmental impacts. They can be implemented in offices, hospitals, data centers, and even in the city structures such as traffic lights. This can help change the way people perceive power consumption and better their decisions concerning energy.
I believe the research which I have conducted and made some research regarding to some sensors and making some differentiation because of finding the best sensors in order for us to use into the program and being able to find some database to collect some information about some clients who are going to use our product. As I believe for me, being part of the team implementing this program, it has helped me to develop some inner skills and being able to work with the team. I have increased my learning skills, so being part of the program itself. So thank you very much for the time.
Next up, we have Team Falcons.
Climate change is a great problem which is causing great effects to mankind and Earth. There should be a solution that will address the problems associated with climate change, like global warming, which is caused by greenhouse gas emissions. Non-biodegradable waste does not decompose easily through natural factors. Plastic in particular is leaving our Earth choking.
To address this problem, we came up with a solution called FARC, which means Falcons Reduce, Recycle and Reuse, which aims to support recycling centers to tackle climate change by boosting the collection of waste and informing people. As you can see in the pictures, we are a platform that sensitizes people on climate change. We have digitized waste collections through our drop-off locations, and we also motivate users to do so by rewarding them. Some of the benefits that we get from having such a solution is it allows access to recycling centers, it provides reliable information, rewards people for depositing waste, and To some of the other partners such as Green Belt Movement and partners like government, it helps them to provide climate sensitization to the whole public, and it also provides rules for disposal.
Some of the technologies that we used are Azure App Service for hosting the web application solution, Microsoft Power Virtual Agents, Azure Custom Vision, and Azure SQL Database.
We are targeting residents living in urban settlements, recycling centers, the local authority is in charge, United Nations, and Green Belt Movement. Our competitive advantage is a unique geographical target market, easy to use solution, user education, user recognition through awards. And in the future, we are looking at creating a USSD application and mobile application to include everyone, market the solution, get more investors, and globalize.
The revenue streams include donors, crowdfunding, and selling an eco-product. We shall be partnering with the Nairobi City County, the Green Belt Movement, and the United Nations Environment Program. Thank you for your audience. We are Team Falcon.
Following up, Team Green Wavers.
We are making the planet green again, one tree at a time. Carbon dioxide accounts for 80% of global warming. The world emits about 43 billion tons of carbon dioxide in a year. Trees naturally absorb carbon dioxide through the process of photosynthesis and release pure oxygen onto the environment. Therefore, planting trees equates to reducing the amount of carbon dioxide in the environment. However, the number of trees being planted is far less than the number of trees being cut down. We as Team Green Wavers, we have found a solution. We have made a website that makes people plant trees. How? Once a person has planted a tree, they take a picture of the tree and then upload it to our website. With the help of Azure Computer Vision's object detection, it detects the image, the object in the image, whether it's a tree or not. If it is a tree, then the number of trees count for that particular user is increased. This is done for all the people who have competed in that particular month. We not only ask people to plant trees, we also give them an incentive, which is winning a smartphone, as well as a platform where people can compete amongst themselves. In future, we hope to implement a feature that can distinguish a photoshopped or duplicate images. We are non-profit, and we hope to get our revenue from donors and fundraising. Thank you.
And concluding the pitches for this episode, we have Team Hack Overflow.
At Carbon Sprint, we are sprinting our way into a sustainable environment. The total warming effect from greenhouse gases added by humans to the Earth's atmosphere increased by 45% between the year 1990 and 2015. Majority of world's greenhouse gas emissions result from transportation, electricity generation, and other forms of energy production and use. Most people know less about our environment as compared to other things. Our environment and all matters climate have become one of the lowest concerns, and it matters less to most people. In the first image, we see emission from an industry causing air pollution to the environment. This has resulted to human beings and living things being affected, as we see in the second and third picture. Our solution is that we as Carbon Sprint are working on a solution to provide a fun learning platform where through games you get to know more about the environment. We also have a carbon footprint calculator, which will be used to track our carbon emission and make people become more aware of how much carbon they emit in the environment and how they can reduce it. The learning platform involves a game with different levels where users are awarded points and badges after completion of each level. The points can then be redeemed to trees provided by some of our partners like the Meteor Alliance. The badges will be shared on their social media platforms to create more awareness of the climate changes and the environmental sustainability.
Our business model. How do we intend our product to get known? We plan on using the SEO, which stands for Search Engine Organization. We also intend on using email marketing, guest blogging, and social media services. How do we intend on earning an income or revenue? We intend on earning a revenue by advertising, using in-app purchases, and also using sponsorship of people who are willing to work with us, and company CSR.
Our application includes a homepage where users can get information about our application. It also enables them to navigate to the different pages, which includes logging in or signing up so that the information can be stored. They can also navigate to the dashboard where they can view the learn challenges. They can also view their progress on learning and the badges that they've earned from the learn challenges. They can also opt to play by learning or by reading articles.
In the future, we would like to implement a mobile app functionality for Carbon Sprint that will allow users to have a more personalized experience and also have offline access to Carbon Sprint. We'd also like to improve on our practicality aspect by enabling users to have their carbon emissions tracked automatically rather than having them key in the data manually on their different transport means options and as calculating the data from there. Thank you so much for your time, and that is the end of our recording. Thank you.
Stay tuned for the next episode.